Lynette with Charm Grammy Crochet, and today is a non-yarny video, but it is a sponsored video. I received a package in the mail. Well, they emailed me first, and I got to pick out what I wanted from a company called vipcrossstitch.com, and they do mostly cross stitch. And they emailed me. I get emails frequently from places that, you know, want me to review things or just different stuff. And obviously, mostly I say no. But this company said, you know, they do cross stitch. I said, I don't really do cross stitch, so I don't think I would be a good fit for your company. And they said, we have other stuff too. See if there's anything you would like to talk about. And I'm like, okay. So they had some things that were yarny, knitting and crochet things. So I thought, all right, I'll try it. And I'll review it for you guys and see what we think. They said I could have $27 worth of their merchandise. And everything on vipstitch.com is very inexpensive. They had some really, really beautiful crochet, cross-stitch pictures. And I thought I had ordered a picture of an elephant, but I think I changed my mind. So sorry, Lynn. Lynn was going to do it for me because I don't really do cross stitch. But I think I changed my mind and I didn't get it because I found some other things that I thought I would like better. So let's start with, I ordered some, and there's one thing I don't know what the price is of it because I don't know what it is. But I ordered this bag of, they call them needle protectors, and these are hard plastic. You can hear it probably. Yeah, hard plastic, and a big bag. I'm going to say there's 1, 2, 3, I don't know, maybe a set of 8 from small to larger needles. And I think that you put these on the end of the needle to protect them on the end of the knitting needle. And I believe they're supposed to help keep your stuff on your needle, keep your project on there. The one thing I will say is that the Stitch.com came in this bag. There was nothing that says vipstitch.com on the bag. It did come from China. Nothing says VIP Stitch on any of my packaging. So I was a little disappointed in that. I don't have like a logo to show you or anything like that because there was nothing on any of the packaging. So I think VIP Stitch could do themselves a favor by adding some packaging, you know, some branding to their products. But these were needle protectors, $2.21, and I think this is like a set of 8 or 10. There's a lot of them in there. I know it's like 2 to a set. I didn't count them. Everything has a little, I think it's a QR code, and I honestly did not scan any of it. So I don't know if that's what you're supposed to do. So you get the, you know, the logo and all of that. But if you're lazy like me, you're probably not going to scan it. So I got that. Then I got, and it came in this nice little solo bag. These are called knitting holders. So if you're a knitter, I'm sure that you'll know the probably more technical name, but they came in a little resealable bag, and I really like these. I am a beginning knitter, so I'm gonna say I think that these are for if you want to take your project off your needles and not lose any stitches. You put them on these, and they're real nice. It's like a big huge safety pin. There was a set of 5. It's a blunt needle end to it. I mean, could you do damage to somebody? Probably. The smaller ones are harder to open than the bigger ones. Makes sense, you know, as far as physical strength goes, but it doesn't really take any physical strength. And I'll tell you, I got a package of 5 of them. They are knit holders, $2.60 for the 5. I think they would make a really cute shawl pin. Just saying. I think they go with the right shawl. I think they would like the smaller ones, you know, would be a really cute shawl pin. Um, anyway, they came in the little solo bag, which I like that as well. Hold them, keep them together. And maybe one day when I'm a grown-up knitter, I will use them. But I have one knitting project, and it's on the hook or needle, and it's not coming off until it's done, because I don't even know how to take it off. Again, it comes in a bag with the little, there's a QR code, so that's that. I purchased this. I'm planning on Crochet Club again next year, and we couldn't do it this year. Too much going on. Anyway, but next year we're going to do Crochet Club again. Amanda's going to help me. And so I saw some hooks, and I thought, well, let's try this. Now, this comes in this little pouch. There's no QR code on this. I believe this was $6.20. I get a bag full of the stitch markers, you know, the little safety pin looking stitch markers. A bag full of those. You get the pouch. Oh, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I can get everything out. It comes with several different sizes of plastic darning needles. That'll be really nice for the kids. Comes with these scissors. Like, they're very sharp. I did cut something with them. They're very sharp, and they have the little plastic cap. I like that. There is a measuring tape in here. All fit in this little bag. And all these large size hooks. They're all aluminum, but, you know, a lot of people use aluminum hooks. And they have different, you know, this is a 7mm, 10mm, 9mm, and they're all stamped on here. 8mm and a 6mm. No half sizes, all even sizes, but I put away some 5 and 6 weight yarn for Crochet Club for next year. So these will come in really handy. Stitch markers for the kids, scissors, darning needles, everything in one little kit. I really like it. I would order this again for 100% sure, for $6.20. There is a shipping fee. Of course, this was a sponsored video, so I didn't pay any of that, but so I don't know what the shipping cost was to ship these items here, but I think this is a real nice and convenient. You know, I could outfit a couple of kids with a hook and a darning needle and some stitch markers, really inexpensively. And they're decent and big hooks. I wouldn't want to get them small hooks. So that being said, I ordered these hooks. I ordered these because they look like the flat clover hooks, if you can see them. On the case, it says that these hooks are 2.0, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5, 5, 5.5, and 6mm hooks. That's what the case says. That's what I thought I ordered. What came inside the case, however, are 1mm hooks up to the largest one is 2.75. So this was a little disappointing that what the bag says is not what's in the hook. I mean, in the case, as you can see, that's a very tiny hook. I would not want to use this for the kids. It's lightweight plastic. It's a hard plastic. The little grippy thing isn't real grippy. You know, that little spot right there. That, I'm sorry, is a little bit disappointing, but not, I mean, they're usable. They're usable for sure. They're very lightweight. If you had a weight issue, this would be nice. They fit in your hand okay. maybe a little small, but they're small hooks. So this wasn't as happy with that. Mostly because it's not what I would have ordered the larger set, not the small set. And I would let the kids use this as a beginning crochet hook, the larger set, but I'm not going to try to teach kids who've never crocheted to use teeny tiny hooks. So that's my own personal thing. The fact that you don't get what's on the package is a little disappointing. I did order a cross stitch because I thought this is a VIP cross stitch. That's what they, VIP Stitch is a cross stitch company. So I ordered this keychain, and it comes in this little bag, and it's real cute. It's a bead cross stitch, which never did that. I have cross stitched before in my life, but never a bead cross stitch. And there is a QR code, which maybe I should look up, but I'm on my phone, and so I have no way of looking it up. Now, it comes with, which I really like, it's printed on here, and that's nice. And the holes in here are a nice size. I don't know if you can see, like I could see those easily, I think, to cross stitch this. This feels like almost like a thin plastic. Oh gosh, clear up. What's going on? Huh, I don't know why I'm all fuzzy. Anyway, there it goes. There it goes. Took it a minute. But it's like a plasticky kind of feel, but real, pliable. So I like that. It's cute. The design is real cute. So I think that it's a stuffing, and they sent you fiberfill to stuff it with. And then there's a bag full of all the stuff, all the things that you need, all the things. So there's in here, in this bag, is the keychain and the needles, several different needles. I was surprised that they had like a needle per color of bead, I think. So I thought that was a nice touch. Let's see, you get black beads, white beads. I'm going to show you these up close. These are small beads. I think I will need a magnifying glass. Gold or yellow, and they're sparkly, pink sparkly, and blue sparkly. I love those. Then you get, there is a piece of like fishing line. There, you can see it up against my blue shirt. I think that's to sew them together. And then you get this of all the different colors of beads. You have the coordinating floss. All very nice. Everything is wonderful. And again, there is a QR code on the outside of the bag, which I have not, like I said, looked at. But now, if you'll notice, the writing is in Japanese, or Chinese, I'm sorry. The writing is in Chinese all over, including the instructions. My Chinese is not that great, so this for me is a problem. There is a picture tutorial here that kind of tells you, I think, how you're supposed to do it. I was assuming that you would like put the white on and then have a color chart, and so like you'd go white and thread it here and put all these beads until you get it to here, but apparently that's not how it works. You sew each individual bead onto here. I'm like, wow. When you double strand your, I think they call it floss, the string is called floss. I don't know. And it's, you got a color chart though. I mean, it's printed, plus you've got a color chart that tells you which color is which. So all in all, it's cute. Did I tell you this was, the beading kit was $2.70. I don't think you can beat that. Maybe if you pulled up the QR code, you could get the instructions in English. I don't know. I'm just guessing that that might be the case. I could be totally full of crap. I like the kit. I can't say if I'll do it or not. I really don't know. The thought of sewing each individual bead on here, it seems to me that it might be more time consuming than time I'm willing to give up at this point, because my time is more limited than what is normally has been for me in the past. And it's not something you could like do on a car trip, because you'll lose those beads all, I would lose those beads all over the place. But it's a cute little project. I was thinking maybe one of my grandkids originally. I thought, well, if I could figure it out, maybe one of the grandkids would do it, you know, my little ones. But I think sewing each individual bead on would just be way too tedious for them at their ages. And there's no way Chloe would do it. So I kind of want to try it. I can't get this back in the bag. It's like putting toothpaste back in the tube. Come on, get in there. It's not going. I'll fight with it later. And anyway, I think it's cute. I think it'll make a cute project. I don't know, and I might have to just look up some YouTube tutorials, because you obviously have to cut it apart to make the keychain, because all that excess white isn't on here. And so at what point are you cutting around and sewing? So before I would cut anything or even put a bead on the outside edges, I kind of like think you need to know that. I would want somebody to show me so I don't screw it up. Then the thing that I was also very excited to get, and I am disappointed in, is this loom. This is like a weaving loom. They called it weaving loom. This was $4.37. Again, all the instructions are written in Chinese. Now, my bad. I thought I read in the directions that it was 21 centimeters by something. And I thought 21. I thought I pulled out a measuring tape and looked at what 21 centimeters is versus inches. And I thought it was 12 inches. But it's more like 8 inches. So it's much smaller than what I thought it was going to be. But that's on me. I definitely was wrong there. I did open it. I did want to have it constructed because it comes in pieces. So I was trying to construct it prior to the video. So let me show you what you get. First of all, the directions are all in, and there's a QR code on the packaging. So, but the directions are all written in Chinese. And it tells you what you're supposed to have, and gives you some pictures of how you're supposed to put it together. So you get two of things that look like this. And this is what you're going to weave. Your thread, I think, gets put around these. And then you take the yarn also provided, and you put it on one of these, wrap and wrap and wrap, and then you weave it between this that's stretched across this and back and forth. And then I think, I'm not quite sure what, oh wait, this piece goes, I believe, in front of here to give you like extra tension, and you weave, and then I think you take this piece, and this is what you're going to pull to make things tight. I think that's how it's supposed to get set up. That's what I can derive from the pictures. So this one gets you tension on your strings here and allows you space to put this through. And these are the side pieces, and they're notched with these little notches. The problem is the little notches are not big enough for the width of this, and I broke two ends trying to fit them in. So I'm a little disappointed with that. because I really wanted to try to make something out of this and see if I even like the philosophy of looming. So that was a little disappointing. But other than that, I think I like everything that I received. I want to thank vipcrossstitch.com for introducing me to their online store and sending this to me. Everything will be linked in the description box below. They sent me a big, huge link of everything that's in there that I ordered. So please feel free to go to their shop, see what's there. If you cross stitch, they really have some beautiful, beautiful pictures. There was an elephant that I thought I was going to get, but I think I traded it in for crochet hooks. And I do want to try the keychain. Maybe when Roy's having surgery this fall. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. So anyway, thanks so much for watching. Feel free, like I said, to click on their link below and see if there's anything that they have that you like. Their prices are really good, very inexpensive, and most everything I was happy with. So thanks again for watching, liking, subscribing, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.